name is George, and my house is located in Bridlewood. Why did I pick PatchBoyz? I got two quotes. One from another company and one from PatchBoyz. PatchBoyz is one-stop shopping. The other company is a plumbing team. They'll come in, they'll do the plumbing, and then you're on your own to get drywall to fix the holes in the ceiling and the walls. And there will be holes in the ceiling and the walls. This house has 2 kitchens. This house has 2 washer-dryer rooms. This house has 2 furnaces. This house has 2 hot water tanks. This house is almost like 2 houses in one. It was a complicated job. I called PatchBoyz, and then a lovely lady called Teresa came in for a reconnaissance. This house also has 4 full bathrooms. It's a complicated job. And Teresa went through everything and then made certain recommendations and pointed things out that while it had nothing to do with Poly B, might have given me grief in 6 months, a year or two. The wax donut holes on the toilets, well, I've got some of them. That donut hole is 33 years old. When they pulled the one at the 4-piece bathroom in the basement, the wax donut hole was gone. It was like, a shred of what was there. That was a disaster waiting to happen. Teresa briefs her team about everything. Next one to arrive is Judd, and he's the tarp team. And he comes in and he lays and tapes down tarps everywhere. Then they start covering the furniture with plastic and they cover everything. It's unbelievable. Then the next day, the plumbing team, who Jake is in charge of that, arrive. As he walks up to me and says, okay, don't worry. We're going to get every piece of Poly B out of your house. I will not leave 1 inch of it in your house. That makes me feel better because I'm going to tell you, it's been a time bomb we've been waiting on for this thing to explode. I didn't think it was possible to replumb a house, but with these guys, not only is it possible, it's as unintrusive as it can be when they're replumbing a house. Tomorrow you're going to get your drywall team in, and they covered everything in the house with plastic. And then they started fixing the drywall. It was the quality of work. They don't take their time, but they don't rush. And it's because they know what they're doing. All the team were really nice. I better point that they were all polite, cordial, witty, funny, interesting. It was a pleasure to have them in the house. It was the depth of the quality of the work. They started painting, and they did a great job. It wasn't like, oh, we're just paint the patch. You got to do the ceiling, they did the ceiling. Okay, it was unbelievable. And when everything was done, they took my wife, Pat, around and said, okay, we did this. They got anything? Do you need anything? Are you okay with this? La-di-da-di-da. It was very pleasant. They take down all the plastic, take everything up, and then they cleaned and mopped everything. One thing I forgot to point out about the plumbing team, while they were there, they came across a valve. Oh yeah, they changed all the valves. And they came across a joint that was on the hot water tank that said, look, these things can fail. I happen to have one in my toolbox. I'll change it. And they did. The next day, we get a phone call, I believe, from Teresa saying, so is everything, oh, okay. If you don't get PatchBoyz, you're going to regret it. If you get a plumber, if something goes wrong, the drywall guy blames the painting guy, and the painting guy blames the plumber. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them, PatchBoyz. I will never look for a plumber again. I will never look for a drywall people again. I have a contractor that is A1, and I'm not going to let them go. If you don't get PatchBoyz, you'll probably regret it. Thank you, Teresa.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for fixing my huge problem.